Hello, we're the
Real Marketing Mavens.
I'm Margie Yon,
I'm Barb Kaufman.
and we're here to empower you through discussion in personal development,
Marketing planning,
and timely, pertinent business topics.
and we have a lot of those.
We like to talk.
Yeah.
So, welcome everyone, and let's get started. Today's topic is the marketing dance. Looks more like you're fighting, and I look like I don't know what I'm doing.
And putting your best foot forward.
And it's all about branding.
Branding. Yep, just like our little toolbox. So there's lots of tools in here to use.
Yes, lots of tools. So let's start off with the ever popular logo.
Yes. As you can see, we branded ourselves.
Oh, we
we
did, yes.
created our logo. And I always recommend going to a professional to get it set up. And the first thing is have them do it in black and white.
Mm.
Because when black and white, if it looks good in black and white, adding color is no problem. And it's going to be on everything you do. It's going to
Yes,
be on
it
your
should be.
signage. It should be. And it should be on your trucks. If you have delivery trucks, it should be on your business, on your building, on your employees when you come into the store. I hate it when I have to look around and try and find someone. And turns out they were next to me, but they didn't have a shirt or an apron or something.
Yes,
Or a
yes,
hat.
very important.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to mention about logos is it's a good idea to come up with an idea, but try to keep it simple. Don't like put every doodad and gadget and make it all like crazy creative. You really want to keep it clean, fairly simple. Solid colors really work good. Screens don't work the greatest on some things. And think about your color scheme and carry it through.
Oh yeah, everything. Your colors have to be on everything you do. It's because if you see those yellow arches, you know where you're going.
Yeah.
If you see the M, you know where you're going. So yes,
If you see purple, you know where you're going.
Yeah, and we'll help you get there. But yeah, color scheme is very important.
Oh yes, and then what about that USP thing?
Oh, your unique selling promise. Yes, it's a boilerplate. It's your slogan. It's what identifies you, what makes you special, and it helps clarify your vision and mission.
Oh, okay. So last week we did talk about vision and mission statements.
Correct.
So USP should come out of that.
Yes.
Okay, and it should be just a one or two sentence statement.
Well, it could be. Well, your USP is more of a short thing that goes with your logo.
Okay.
Like with us,
So it's a tagline.
It's a tagline. It's your unique selling. So for us, Real Marketing Mavens, we are real women, real stories, real results. And those are the kinds of things. Just keep it short, pithy, so that people understand where you're at.
Okay. Great information.
I had one client where they were construction and we came with We Build. And then it worked out well because we can say we build retail, we build hospitals. When they do their nonprofit stuff, charity giving, we have We Build Community.
Oh, I like that.
It all
simple.
worked together. Very simple, just We Build. And then We Build partnerships. They want to join with you, you're the business owner or whoever, to build.
All right, so the marketing dance, putting your best foot forward. We've talked about a couple things that you need to start, but you also need a business plan. Now, we did talk about that a little bit last week.
Your business plan is your vision, your mission, what your competitors are doing. Because once you know what the competitors are doing, that helps with your USP because that you can say, oh, this is what makes me special. This is what I do different from competitor A, and this is what I do better than competitor B. And it helps you hone in on
your marketing. That's very
marketing.
important.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that. You're starting your business.
Mm-hmm. You have your business plan.
All right. So part of your marketing is going to be what employees need to do the work.
Okay, explain that one.
I can't.
What employees need to work, they need to know, for one thing, it's called your elevator speech. What do you do? and you have just a couple lines that they can say, and they say in their own, as long as they have the gist of what the business is, they can create that. They also need to be able to be engaged with the business in the company and the product.
And just like you said earlier, they should be wearing the colors or the logo, so people can identify.
Easily identifiable. And also they ought to be able to make some decisions. You know, if an irate customer comes in, do they have the opportunity, or not even the opportunity, do they have, what's the word? Can they?
Are they authorized?
Authorized to make a change and help that customer, as opposed to saying, wait, I have to go talk to so-and-so.
Yes.
Yeah, they have to be able to be authorized to handle the situation.
Okay.
And that can fluctuate depending on what the situation is too. So.
All right. So what if it's a business setting and you're wearing a suit? How can they be?
Well, I guess, if you're in a business setting, if you're talking office, so you come in, well, I'm sure you have someone at the front and they have their nameplate, and the nameplate could have the logo on it.
Well, they probably should have a sign on the outside.
A sign on the door. Oh, well, you have your outside curb appeal. Make sure you can easily be read from the curb.
Yeah.
One of my tips for if you have it on trucks is park your truck not where the customers are going to come in, but if it could be near the road, it gives you extra promotion.
Yes,
as well.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know I drive by trucks and I see their sign. I'm always like, what is that? Just to see what's going on.
And make sure they're clean. Oh my gosh, I was behind a truck, and I thought it was one of my clients because it was their colors, but it wasn't. But they had like 2 inches of mud all over it, even on the rear view mirrors, side view mirrors.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my gosh. But you could barely see the logo underneath all the mud. Make sure they're clean. You got to clean them every night if you have to.
Yes, if you can. So going along with that is your website. That should follow along with your colors, your logo.
Yes.
Your mission, your vision, like everything needs to
easily
work together.
And ease of use. You know, don't have so many, like you have to go down 25 different levels to get to what you're looking for.
Oh, yes. Or you have a really long website handle.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Because we had talked at one point in one of our shows about billboards, and you had mentioned instead of putting the phone on the billboard, because you're traveling pretty fast, it's far easier to remember a website than a phone number as you're going along. So if your website is related to your business and it's easily
identifiable,
easy to remember.
read. Yep. Make sure it's big. Because, like I said on Billboard, I'm not going to stop my car and write your phone number down. So
yeah, and I try, but I never remember the numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one that I was trying to find out who produced the billboard, and I went by it like how many times? 5 times until I finally saw where it was. But I did. Yeah. I was able to research it. Well, it was on a major road, or I would have stopped. But
All right, and then you also need your marketing plan.
Oh, your marketing plan, because your marketing is going to reflect you as well. So you're going to have the USP on there with your logo, with your product picture. I mean, picture sell, and yes, I'm talking advertising here, but I mean in your marketing. And you're talking plan, or are you talking individual?
Marketing just in general, because I mean, even postcards, pictures sell. Newsletters, pictures sell. If you have a picture that supports what you're talking about in the article, I mean, that's really good. All right, and the other thing that you're going to need when you start your business, that you're going to have to know about and do some research on, is having the correct licenses and insurance.
Yes, and and an accountant to help you set up your bookkeeping and things. Yes, so the main thing would be insurance, an attorney possibly, and they can help you. One can probably help you with all of it, or at least give you guidelines. But that is very important, because every different product, I mean, if you're a restaurant, there's not only do you have state regulations, but you're probably going to have city and your local regulations on what you can do.
And just like I forgot about, in Hershey, Pennsylvania, they have a, what do they call that? A recreational tax
Oh,
on
yes,
top of other fees. It's just like a one. I mean, it's for products,
it's an added fee.
but it's an added fee.
It's an added fee.
Yeah, so you have to know about these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and one thing, most important of all, you need to be consistent in your marketing.
Yes.
And you can't just shoot something out once and hope it works.
Right.
Can you?
No, you can't. Because we've said it before, 25 plus or minus 2 times till people hear it, see it, understand it, and then top of the mind when they're ready to purchase your product. And you're being inundated every day. I mean, look at your child's clothing. I mean, they're branded with all different logos of whatever company they're wearing, and then you go to sports, and right now the arenas are even selling steps, going up the steps. So there's many different ways that you have your message out there, but make sure when the colors are there, the logo is there, because people start to identify with it.
And we recommend having 6 months worth, at least. I go a year out on my marketing plan, of funding or ideas that you're going to do consistently, and then review as you go along to see how it's taking hold. And we're not talking about things that are going to cost you money all the time.
No, we're not. It could be it could be an event. It could be
Facebook posts, email blasts, or it could be paid marketing like direct mail or advertising. But again, your goal is consistency and what is going to speak to your ideal client. That's 2 keys. So to take hold, you must actually do it. Oh, and here we have it. Target your ideal client in your budget.
We had this already planned. So you target your ideal client. What is their persona? What are the buzzwords that makes them click? What other places do they do? Are they, if you were talking business office, is it someone who plays golf? Is it somebody who has an RV? Does he have a boat and goes out in is it ocean boating or is it river boating? That kind of thing.
Yep. Are they donators? Do they eat out a lot? Do they? I mean, there's a lot of ways you can find out information about your ideal client, and there's tons of data out there to gather. So you just really have to know your ideal client, and then.
And going back to your website even and your digital, you can go into Facebook and see what times do they actually read your posts, and which ones garnered the most feedback, the most likes, etc. And then and don't forget to answer those. When you see people, you're in a conversation, so you want to make sure you're answering those people that are on your social media. But those things are all free. You have to go into all the digital, and it's just under, it says analytics, and on each of the social media, and it tells you all of this valuable information, same as your website.
Yes, you should know, and sometimes small business owners have trouble with this. They have someone else design their site, but they don't know how to get into the back end and look at the analytics. And that's really important to know. Who's coming, where they're coming from. Are they looking at their phone when they pop into your website, or are they looking from a desktop
or even a laptop? They know everything about you.
Yeah, what region are they in? What their age range is?
Their title.
There's a lot of information.
What time they're on it, and then what page do they go to the most?
Yes, and how long have they stayed there?
And how long do they stay there?
That tells you if they've read it, if they found your information interesting. So I was very surprised on my website to find that people went to my About Me page the most. They were coming in and going to home, and then they were going right there. I was like, wow, I just never thought they would. I thought they would go to services or
I did too.
Resources, but so you just don't know until you actually see the real data.
Yes.
So that is our topic today, the marketing dance, putting our best foot forward.
Okay.
And it's getting hot in here, Barb. Do you know why?
Oh, no, why? Because our heat got fixed.
It's time for the Maven's Hot Flash, where we share one of our professional tips.
Okay. Well, we've been talking about websites. So it's very important to find out where the people are coming to into your business. And that could be through your website. Again, looking at the analytics. It could be just asking them when they call in or when they stop in. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, I just searched you. I did a web search. You might have done a web search, but you had to have an idea of the person, of the name of the business.
Yes. Did they actually search the name or did they search a keyword to find you? And that keyword is important to know.
Yes, definitely. And if they can ask that, then and your analytics will also give you that from your website.
So, stuff you need to know. So, we do have a website, realmarketingmavens.com. You can visit there, and our contact information is there. If you ever have any marketing questions or you want to send in the results of some of the exercises you've done or the challenges that you finished, we'll be glad to look at them. Our next episode is the toolbox, building your brand. So that's our next episode. So now we're going to talk about real stories, real results, real wins. And we actually had a question come in through our website.
Yeah, we did. Go ahead.
It came from Alicia from Mason City, Iowa. And she asks, I recently mailed a postcard for my new dance studio and got some response, but I'm not as happy as I was hoping to be with it. So she chose to do direct mail.
Okay.
So we have a couple questions about that will help us hone in and maybe be able to help Alicia. First off, one thing, because I've done direct mail for 20 some years, one common mistake is you just blast it out there.
Okay.
And when I had talked with Alicia via email, she indicated that she was starting a dance studio for young girls, preferably between the ages of 6 to 14. So I said to her, did you send your postcards specifically to families of girls, young 6 to 14?
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't. So that was a big mistake, number one. Now you have to be a little bit careful about this in that when you are targeting children, there's a big deal with that.
Oh, yeah.
You need to make sure, first off, you're working with a reputable list source, and that list source will want to see your creative to make sure that you're not mailing out something obscene. So, and then there's also paperwork that you have to sign along with that. So that's one thing you need to take into consideration, although it's really not a big deal. I've done it for many clients. The second thing that's important is her message, obviously.
Oh, you've had some messages you've told me about that just didn't go.
Yeah, she had to know what it was that was going to grab those little girls.
And their mothers.
But mostly their mothers.
Yeah.
The mother isn't going to offer it to her daughter unless she's certain that it's of value. Mm-hmm. So did she put a coupon or some kind of a call to action on it would be my third question.
Okay, good.
And also, what did the postcard itself look like? What graphics did she use? Did she have testimonials from past kids
that she's taught? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of questions there. I think the biggest key, though, is the audience that she selected. She didn't really target down far enough.
And how about follow-up?
Yes, that's another key point. Did she put something on the postcard for them to bring in to say, I received this? And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll put on there, bring this postcard back for your discount.
Can they do calls with direct mail?
They can, yes. You can actually pay to get phones if they're available. The problem is a lot of people are going to cell phones and often that information isn't available.
Okay. And you can opt out.
Yes, and then people opt out. So
yeah.
It can be a little tricky. But if she had done a campaign and she had also keyed it in with her Facebook page and
tie it in with all the other
with
media.
Everything.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She could have even done some PR. Because it was a new
press
dance
release,
program
a new
that she
dance
was starting.
program. Yeah. What kind of dance? That kind of, all of that.
So that question keyed in perfectly with our topic today.
Yeah, thank you. What was her name?
Alicia from Mason City, Iowa.
Thank you, Alicia, for the call. Okay.
Yes, thank
for the
you.
email.
Oh,
But if you have a question,
yes.
send it to us at
Our contact
Our
information is on our website, realmarketingmavens.com.
Yes, there we are.
So, our February monthly Mavens Challenge, one that's near and dear to your heart.
It's the SWOT analysis. I love the SWOT analysis. Your successes, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. And you can we have a resource on our website that outlines what a SWOT analysis, how to put one together. And if you have questions, our contact information is there. And for free, we'll look over your SWOT analysis.
That's right, because we're here to empower you to success. We don't believe in stepping on top of each other to climb to the top. We're tired of that behavior.
And if you never be afraid to ask questions.
That's right.
And ask for help.
That's right. We want to support you and learn together so we can all rise in business success and do it in a positive, encouraging, and empowering way. We are the Real Marketing Mavens.
Real stories.
Real women.
Real results. See you next time.